Yo. Happy New Year to everybody. It's been a little minute. Been kind of busy with my everyday life. Out here. I'm really out here in these streets, messing with these chicks and everything like that. Built up a little roster. So past few months it's been kind of busy, fun, fulfilling, and self-satisfactory. But let's get into this topic. So why marriage is a young person's game. A lot of people need to talk about this more, and I've heard some, heard lots of podcasts talk about this, but at some points they just really failed to hit on. I want to hit on, those points, and you'll understand why. It's really a young person's game. It's going to make very well full sense. The number one reason why marriage is a young person's game is simply because marriage uh, women don't love unconditionally once they get past the school setting stage. What I mean by that is when you're in high school and if you go on to college, the girls forward slash women, 9 times out of 10 they tend to date and date and mess with the dude who they are solely attracted to. you know, Pretty much, finances is never really involved or an issue because you're still in school. You're still pretty much under the guidance, tutelage, and financial resources of your parents and or parent. Being that the majority of, especially in the black parent households, that the kids grow up without a father in the household. Nevertheless, yeah, when I think about in my past, and I can pretty much it should be any other man's past. When you're in high school and then go on to college is a tad bit different. Money may be an issue, sort of, but only to date women. Take out women and date women, spend money on a little bit for the date, whatever. But that's about it. Simply because nobody's paying, you're not really paying rent. You're not paying, what I'm saying? Even though I had my apartment by the time I was a sophomore in college, I wasn't paying my rent. My parents were paying my rent. I was just paying the, utilities, and that was pretty much it. But in high school and college, it's pretty much the only time that a man is going to get real, true, unconditional love. And any grown man can vouch for this because as soon as you leave that school setting, whether it's high school and you didn't go on to college, or whether it's you went on to college and then you graduated and then leave college, once you leave that school setting, then you're out from that school setting. The average person that you're going to meet out in the world, of course, are people of the, common working person. And yeah, once you get out into the real world, people have their own expenses, their own liabilities, own, personal responsibilities that they need to handle and cover, which 9 times out of 10 is usually involved in some type of financial resource to cover those things. And as we see, and as we continue to see, uh, once you leave that high school setting, women, when it comes to relationships, there are going to be conditions placed on that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Of course, money is the number one aspect and involved, especially what we see these days. They're saying that, the man needs to make this certain amount of money, and they're not going to date him if he's not doing this. He has to have his career together, the whole 9 yards. So that's the number one reason why marriage is a young person's game. Simply because when it comes to women, they once you get from under that school setting, they don't love unconditionally. Everything has conditions placed on, far as them making the decision if they're going to continue to talk to you or not. You know what I'm saying? Men, by far and in nature, are the only ones who pretty much love conditionally, because it is never about money or finances when it comes to us, if we're going to choose to mess with a woman or not, or marry or marry a woman or not. So men really truly are the only ones, species, who love conditionally, versus women who, once you get out of school, it's heavy conditions placed on whether they're going to choose to talk to you or not. The number two reason why marriage is a young person's game, and it pisses me off that this knowledge has been lost or not passed on. But because a lot of men are really getting gypped, and I'm seeing a lot of men starting to do this. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot, but I'm seeing men online, especially on Facebook, or are doing this. But paying for weddings, man, this is what I cannot fathom at all. The reason why marriage is a young person's game is because paying for the wedding is the responsibility of the responsibility of the father of the bride. And most fathers, when they are realizing that it may become a day and time that their daughter is going to get married, that they may have to pay for the wedding. If he's one of those men who are, that tradition is passed down onto him, or that knowledge is passed down onto him, because again, for one reason yet or another, this information has been lost, and it's like dudes don't know that they're not supposed to be financially responsible for the wedding. However, uh, most men can't see paying for the wedding if they are going to paying for their daughter, who's pretty much gets up into their, especially 40s. I don't really like, even I have a daughter, she's 15 years old, and I'm schooling her to the game as we speak. Everything that I say, that I preach, I'm schooling her to the game for us, what's significant and to attract a man and getting him to marry you. And I'm definitely going to pay for her wedding, just like my father-in-law is sending me that gratitude and honor me and paying for my ex-wife's wedding as well. However, I'm not going to pay for a wedding if my daughter is old. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. It's not the same look. It's not the same benefit and or value. Like because it doesn't, regardless if she has children or not, which she knows not to have children before she gets married. But let's say she's old and she still doesn't have children. It's just the fact that you got old and you didn't get married. It's like marriage is it's like a princess thing. Like, most women dream of, as ever since they were a kid, they're dreaming about and thinking about getting married one day to their, knight in shining armor, their Prince Charming. And usually these dreams are them doing this at a young age, somewhere, in their early to mid 20s or even late 20s. And so, no one ever dreams about a woman getting married at an old age. The fact is totally different. Shit, hell, I may not even be on earth. I may not be living if my daughter was to reach 40, because I'm one of the responsible ones who did everything right from the gate. And I didn't have my daughter till I pretty much almost turned 30. I just turned 29 and I had my first daughter. So I'm 44 now. She's 15. And being that, how I'm schooling her, she has her head on all the way right. She's going to college and doing the whole 9 yards. I probably won't become a grandfather until I'm somewhere in my early to middle 50s. So I won't be able to see me paying for a wedding. I mean, me living that long for her to get married if she's to wait till a late age, I may not even be living at that time. So that's pretty much another reason why getting married is a young person's game. So if you're like a man like me who plans on paying for that wedding, she better do it in her, in her mid to late 20s, where I know I will still be alive, knock on wood, hopefully, tomorrow's not promised. But versus her getting married at a late 30s, early 40 age, where me still being around is, the chances of that will be, greatly diminished. So that's the number 2 reason why marriage is pretty much, a young person's game. And 3, if you're anyone like me, like a lot of men are like me, we don't once you get to our age, the mid 40s, especially if you've been through the whole dance, you don't want to do that shit again. Especially if you got your shit together, you got your money right, and you living good. Man, we having too much fun, like doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like my life right now is like, and that's probably why I haven't dropped the video in a minute, because like a lot of stuff that we see online for what's going on in the manosphere and this gender war, half of it, shit, hell, more than half of it doesn't really apply to my life, because like I'm not tripping about taking a woman out on dates, because my everyday contact with a woman is pretty much at the club. Like I don't even do dating apps anymore, because that's, dating apps is, I mean, honestly, I have ran through so much in dating apps, and then the dating apps got to a point where the women hitting you up in your inbox, they're scam. They're like scam profiles. It's just chicks trying to get you to click on the link to go to their profile and become some type of, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much to try to get the money. And I ain't no simp. I ain't doing none of that shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't been on dating apps in like, I want to say about a good almost 2 years now. But so my main contact or daily contact, I can't even say daily because it's not even daily, but my main physical contact with women is either if I see some in the grocery store while I'm shopping or when I hit the club. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Because I hit the club like a couple weekends out the month, and that's my interaction. And I prefer it that way because, you know, it's in the club setting. You know, everybody's damn near under the influence of alcohol, feeling good. Everybody trying to look their best for the most part. And you ain't got to do too much. I mean, you spending money on drinks and everything like that, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't taking nobody out to no dates or no dinner and shit. When you in a club, both parties already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Both parties already know what time it is. So all this rhetoric online about, oh, you got to take me here. I'm not too good for the Cheesecake Factory and this and that. And you got to spend money on me this. And I'm not doing coffee that. Like all that shit in the club setting is alleviated. You know what I'm saying? I haven't taken a woman out on a date in so damn long. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with that headache, which I got going on now. Like I'm not even trying to deal with that bullshit. I just love hitting the club because I'm at a point in my life where I'm just focused on my personal value, increasing my self-worth, having fun on occasions when I want to. And that's like, you know, I still love hitting the club, listening to hip hop music, drinking, you know, feeling good, having a good time because I've, you know, worked hard and made, you know, steady bags drop during the week. You know, I want to celebrate and party and have a good time and see beautiful women and party with beautiful women while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most interaction that I have with women is when we at the club. And, you know, the main goal is always to try to go home with something fun and see if I can hit it. Sometimes it's success rate. Sometimes you strike out. That's just how life goes. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't taken a woman out on a date in a couple of years, dog. It's been a couple of years. I'm like, it's like, yeah, I see what they talk about online, and some of it is right. Men have gotten to a point now where they're like, you know, they're not really cold approaching women anymore like that, just out the blue. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Times is different. Times has changed, and men, especially men, are adapting to those times, and they're doing things, and they're doing things that's going to pretty much only benefit them because women have killed, you know, fucking feminism has killed chivalry. But I pretty much been like that my whole life anyway. I've had a father my whole life, and I've always been like that. I ain't never simped for no bitch. I ain't never went over and beyond to get a chick because I never really had to. I've always had some, you know, I guess, thank God, knock on wood, but I mean, it just is what it is. I've had, you know, the things that they've been pretty much attracted to. So I've never really had to do much. And that's what a point in my life years ago, I came to a point in my life and realized, man, there really is. There's two types of men out there. Two types of men. One that has to do a lot and go over and beyond to get a woman and to retain a woman, and the dude who don't have to do too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't really I never listen to what women say. I always pay attention to their actions. All this talk about they would never chase a man, they would never spend money on a man, and they would never do this, that, the third point, man. Yo, that's all bullshit. That bitch will go over and beyond and work and do 1,000% for the dude that she really, truly, desperately desires. Don't let these women lie to y'all, dog. Like a woman, when she really feeling a dude, she will go over and beyond. She's gonna, because here's the thing. Again, I'm single. I've been messing for I got like 4 chicks, you know what I'm saying, that I'm, you know, messing with passively every now and then. But this is how it usually works. And every time I say that when I'm single, that I'm going to remain single, I'm just going to be a bachelor, I'm going to be a player, I'm going to run through these chicks. It's always 1 or 2 chicks out the handful that you're messing with who really wants to be with you. And then she's going to try to do what she wants to do, go over and beyond to convince you that she's the one that you should settle down with. Because if you made it known from the jump that she's not the only one that you're talking to and that y'all just dating is nothing serious and that you do have other women that you're talking to, especially if she knows that to be facts. For example, because I had a matter of fact, just last week I had a chick over here, and another girl had popped up, and the chick, the company that I had, she seen girl had popped up, and then once I told chick I had company, I'll talk to you later. When I came back in, I forgot what we was talking about, but this shit totally changed. She didn't want to talk about what we was talking about anymore. She wanted to bring up who was just at the door and talk about that and how often do I meet up with her and see her and everything. Oh, you just have people popping up like that while you got company, the whole nine. But one thing it did, and that I like, that it let her know for sure, for fact, that I do have other options, that I won't just talking out my ass. You know what I'm saying? And once a bitch see that, she get on game. She cleans up her act 100%. If she was even trying to, if she was even slacking in the first place. But once they see that, dog, like they gonna go over and beyond. Especially if she think you that dude. You know what I'm saying? If she really think you that dude, she's gonna go over and beyond to show you why she should be your main option, why she should be moving into the girlfriend position. So don't ever let these chicks tell you that they don't fucking go over and beyond, and they ain't gonna do this, that, and the third for a man, dog. When that chick, you just got to be the one that she really wants. And you should want to be that. No dude wants to be the dude that the chick don't really want like that. She just there because of what you can do for her. That's why all these all these chicks got it misinformed, they got it fucked up, they got it backwards, they got it twisted. Talking about something, you got to have this, that, and the third. And they're talking this and saying this to the men of a higher caliber that they keep saying that they want. But the men of the higher caliber, especially these 100K dudes who are high value men that they're so supposedly or allegedly speaking of, I know I can just imagine, them hearing this and looking at this like, chick, like, how are you, the nerve and the audacity of you talking this talk to me, this rhetoric to me, when I'm a higher caliber of you. I'm more valuable than you. So the nerve, you need it. Like, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing that be killing me about the Kendra G show. These single mothers be coming up there with all this bravado, like no humbleness at all. Like, we can't see that you're coming from us from a deficit, that you're coming from us from a weaker position. But y'all get up there with all this bravado, all this. The man, he got to make 100. He got to make 100 over 100K. He got to be 6 feet, 6 pack. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be asking for all of this, but we looking at you and we like, all right, but what are you offering for a nigga to do all that, to get all that? And then y'all never gonna get that, man, because of the attitude. Y'all just not humble. Y'all act like a nigga can't see that you're in a weaker position. That's the funny thing to me. That's what could be cracking me up, because any man of self-value that y'all, especially the men that y'all talk about, they can see right through that. We can see right through your soul, bitch. We know you struggling. We know you struggle. We know you need help, but y'all don't want to humble yourselves to act like that you need a man's help, because you always want to make it seem like that you're not struggling, that you're in a position of strength, when we can clearly see that you're weak. And that's what's messing y'all up, and that's what's messing these women up and not going to get a high value man, because they're not stupid. How you think they got to the point where they at? They can see through that shit, dog. Like, y'all need to really humble yourself. It would behoove you and benefit you more. I know y'all don't want to do it, but what else you gonna do? Because they ain't gonna hit you up when you got all this bravado and all this sass and all this, like you coming from position of power. But you need to get on your knees and grovel to this man. If a man was to choose you with all of these kids that you got by all these different niggas, and be like, please, look, I know I messed up in my past life. I know I got these kids, and I know I've effed up, but I'm really looking to turn over a whole nother leaf. I'm really looking to invest and pour into a man, to give my all, because I need a father, a stepfather in my kid's life to show these boys and these girls how to be what a real man is. But none of y'all want to do that, and it's only going to hurt, and it's going to hurt and be our detriment. I didn't mean to get off tangent, but I had to throw that in there. But that's going to be to y'all detriment, dog. But hey, if y'all like it, I love it, because like I say, for a nigga like me, I don't give a fuck. We just try to smash anyway. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to roll, shit, we know how to navigate around through that. You know what I'm saying? That's for the niggas who truly want to be in a relationship. For which reason, I don't even know why the niggas still want, especially at our age, we got your shit together, like, and you done did the damn thing, and you done got kids already. Like, I don't understand these dudes who get married 2 and 3 times. Like, it can never be me. Why? Especially if you got your shit all the way together, because it feels like You know, the dating market is ours. That shit belong to us. Like they see it when we go out, especially if you go out, you something to look at, you get dressed to the nines, you smelling good. Women, man, they know who got the money, who don't. They can see it, they can smell it on us. And the word is your oyster, dog. You ain't gotta, and you can tell a chick what it is, and it's gonna be her decision to get down, or she ain't gonna be with it. But 9 out of 10, she gonna be with it. And the reason why she gonna be with it is because a chick, especially in our age range, a chick, especially if she's grown adult, late 20s and up, she would rather have a piece of a man that's about something and doing something versus having a whole 100% piece of a man who ain't about nothing. And that's just real free game for y'all. Like dog, you can for real. That's another thing. I don't understand why dudes lie to women. If you got your shit together, why is you lying to these bitches? Tell them what it is. Tell them that look, I just want to kick it. I ain't trying to settle down. And I want more than one woman. A lot of you will be surprised, especially these days in 2024. A lot of chicks, they're gonna go for it because it's lean, it's thin out here. It's thin out here for dudes who got their shit together. Hold on. But yeah, it's thin out here for dudes who got their shit together, man. These chicks is down with the program, with other program you set. As long as you keep showing that you working on yourself, you getting that bag, and you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing that. Keep focusing on yourself. Don't ever focus on no chick. The moment you start focusing on the chick and pretty much making her a priority and sipping and shit, man, she out the door. She will lose respect and she'll be out the door. Women like dudes who got options and who have other women. They may not admit it, but that's what they like. They gonna say they don't like that. They want a man to be off of her. Yeah, but it's like when they're in that chasing phase, yeah, they love that. They love dudes who got options. But it's like once they get into that girlfriend stage or that girlfriend position, then it's like all of a sudden they don't like that you got options, or they expect you to cut each and every chick up when that's what attracted to them. Well, that's what attracted them to you in the first place. It's just, man, you just gotta know how to play this game out here. It's a dirty game, but it's like if you're a man, you got your shit together, and you doing your thing. You got all the cards in your hand. You got you got all the cards in your hand, dog. You are the table. You set the rules. You set the boundaries of what you want to happen, what you want to go down, what's not gonna go down. And the chick has no choice but to get on your page. It's just that point. It's point blank and simple, dog. We winning out here for real. But some dudes do so much simping just for a bad bitch and get played. And we wonder why we got chicks out here, or average chicks out here, who act like they deserve a man who's of greater value. Because the dudes of greater value ain't none of the smashing type of chicks. And then once they get smashed, now all of a sudden they think that's where they at. That's their level. But yeah, these are the number 1 and 2 reasons why I say marriage is a young person's game is because, and then now we live in a day and age where, like nobody really wants to get married no more, dog. Especially, not men. Like we ain't trying to get hurt. Nobody trying to risk paying a bitch half of what his self-worth is, all because you married her and you was, you wanted some in-house pussy, maybe possibly wanted to have kids. But again, this is 2024 where the majority of chicks are coming to the table with somebody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that's not being talked about when they're talking about marriage and this and that. Man, we in 2024. Y'all keep talking like these chicks are coming in here childless when they talk about talking this rhetoric on these podcasts. They need to start putting in their conversation that, yeah, but the majority of you are coming to the table with kids already, and by some of you, most of you by multiple dudes. But yet y'all trying to come here like y'all in some type of position of power. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know where the knowledge got lost, but women, single mothers, you have no leverage. You have no power. I don't know where they got all this sass and bravado. Like they have the nerve, or they can speak to men who are of a greater value, making more than them. Like they need to do this, that, and the third to come into their life. Bitch, no, you coming into our life. And that's another thing. That's how you can tell y'all been messing with dudes who ain't been about shit or doing shit in their life, because you keep talking about like we about to move in with you. We ain't about to move in with you, bitch. We 9 times out of 10 we got more than you. Why would I want to leave my humble abode to move in with you? That's what I'm saying. Like they don't. It's the Kendrick show. It's entertainment like a motherfucker. And it's funny because y'all keep, like I said, these women keep speaking like they're speaking like they're in a position of power when that is the furthest thing That's 90. That's totally. It's 180 degrees. Y'all are weak, and we can see right through you. But y'all acting like y'all the queens of the earth, and it's sad, and it's only gonna, you know, work to your detriment, and it's gonna be too late before you realize that. Damn, I've been going about this thing all wrong. I've been. I need to really humble myself and really be nice and really, really worship a ground that a man walks on if he shall and chooses to take on me and my kids. Like that's the only way that you're gonna get a man of value to fathom the thought of coming into your life. The only way. But hey, let y'all, like I said, if y'all like it, I love it, man. Y'all ain't doing it. Y'all ain't making it easy for me to just smash y'all and be out. And I'm just giving it to you real. I would prefer women to really be on their P's and Q's and really not give up the cookies unless they was gonna get married. It was pretty much save the majority of these single father households and shit that's just fucking up our community. But hey man, we in 2024 where lots of women, I mean, I would still really do believe that the majority of black women want to be married, but you still have you still have, you know, that pockets of women who really don't want to be married for whatever reason. But you know, it's all good. We don't give a fuck. The ones who probably don't want to be married probably ain't marriage material anyway. You know what I'm saying? I can go through about 200 women. I smash 200 women, and out of those 200, only 3 will be wifey material. That's how dire it is out here, dog. Like it's like, and that's another thing. Women are wondering why they're not getting married, why nobody's marrying them, because the majority are not wifey material. I don't understand what a man is looking for or what he envisions a wife to be. He wants to be so proud of a woman to take her out and show her out to the world that this is my wife. I'm so proud of her. Look what I bag, and this is going to be the mother of my children. And I'm just so proud and joyous to be with her because she's just everything great, and you know, everything's just a sliced bread. But it's not like that no more, man. Like a valuable woman, a woman of high value is shit, man. Slim to none. Even the dimes, he said, even the one who are absolutely beautiful, which men would still marry, but half of them ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's all they got. They don't really have nothing to offer but their beauty. And that's just how it is, man. It's sad today that women ain't pretty. It's just the value of a woman is the lowest that has ever been in the history of mankind. In the history of mankind, it's the lowest, especially when we're talking about black women. I don't know what we're gonna do to get our shit together, though. Like I don't know what's gonna change because, like I said in one of my previous lives that there's never been a point in time in history where times has changed and we reverted back to the old way of thinking, to the old time, to the old ways. It's never been a times has always progressed, times has always changed, it's always changed, it's never reverted back in past history. It never has, not once. So the reason why I bring that up is so what do we do from here? Being that stuff is the current, present, and the future is not going to revert back to the past. How is it going to get better? I don't. That's a hard answer, man. I mean, that's a hard question to answer because from what I'm seeing, this gender war is only getting worse. From what I'm seeing, this gender war is only getting worse. You feel me? Uh, and it seems like black men and black women are still at odds with each other. We're still arguing. We're still bickering. For the most part, like I said, it's just like a lot of this, I believe, really only exists online. In my real day-to-day life, I don't really experience this, even though I don't really come into contact with, an abundance of people on an everyday basis because I work from home. But you know what I'm saying, when I go out to the again, that's why I only deal with the clubs because this gender war and this rhetoric and all the bullshit, it really only exists online. When I'm in the clubs, you don't really get this talk. You don't really get all this, this shit because everybody's just here pretty much to have a good time. And that's why I like playing the clubs because we just had a good time and go about our business. But I'm gonna leave it there. Somebody just hit me. I got to take this call and call them back. But yo, man, I'm gonna drop some more videos because I got a lot of shit to say. Again, happy New Year to y'all. Man, stay on your business. Stay about your purchase. Keep up, making that bag drop. And like, comment, subscribe. Let me know y'all thoughts. And peace. I'm out.